So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It's a beautiful day today. It's actually starting to feel a little bit like fall. I know we're going to have some more hot weather, but this morning it was about 58 degrees, no humidity, beautiful day. But I'm down here at the Woodyard right now, and we are going through some of this red oak. I'll show you what we got going on here in just a few minutes. But my pile over here is getting a little bit smaller, which is good. I'm getting much better with this. Before, I was kind of staging the rounds so you didn't have to manipulate them into place. But I have found I don't really need to do that. I can just pick them out of the pile. These bigger ones I like to split in quarters, the smaller ones just in half. And like I said the other day, there's nothing in here that the log lift wouldn't handle. This just makes it so much easier on the back instead of wrestling around with these things. Red oak is a heavy wood. Kind of a remarkable wood, really. As dense and heavy as it is, it actually grows pretty fast. But it is my favorite firewood. And out of this stuff that I am splitting here, we're going to get both like bulk firewood and also some really nice bundle firewood. You'll see that here in just a minute. But I've been doing this part, and Levi has been running the split fire log splitter, or split force. I'm running the split fire. He's running the split force, sizing everything and finishing it up, and I'm just in charge of downsizing. We still have a whole bunch more too to cut up. I bring the logs over here, cut out the saw logs, and then the rest goes into firewood. All right, so this pile here is getting smaller. I am starting to get into the big stuff here. There's actually quite a bit left here. And then over here, this pile is getting much bigger. And wait till you see this firewood we're going to use for bundles. Really nice stuff. Split, a little bit smaller, bark free. I'll put this in the pavilion under roof. This will be for next summer's firewood bundles. So we'll let it air dry for about 8-10 months, and then we'll put a whole bunch of these baskets in the kiln and dry it the rest of the way. And this is the bulk firewood, all red oak as well. And we're working on getting the wood bunker filled back up again. You don't realize how big this thing is until it's empty. When it's all filled up with wood, it doesn't look that big, but yeah. Nice stuff. Even though I love cutting and splitting firewood, you don't see me normally processing wood in July and August. The only reason we're doing it this year is because we have so much wood on hand, and we're just trying to prepare for the future a little bit. Every year we sell out. And so in order to get ahead, you need to put in the time. There's a lot of other things that need done, but I've got about another week and a half of cutting and splitting, you know, on and off, and then we can move on to some other things. So check that out. That is green red oak right there, and you can see how tightly it's stacked. I'm guessing that's about 1,800 pounds. And the mini skid, no problem at all. Plus, an advantage of the mini skid is that was sitting right beside that basket. It would have been a tough approach to get in there. I don't even think you could with a tractor. And you need a real big tractor to be able to lift 1,800 pounds. Lift and carry. Like the new LX tractor I got, the 4020, great tractor, but it would never pick this up. Just doesn't have the lifting capacity. All right, I got a nice jag of wood here ready to run through the split force. Yeah, there's probably 3 cord right there. But anyway, right now the hunt man is ready to go somewhere, and then I got a few other things I got to take care of, so I will report back tomorrow morning. So it is Saturday afternoon now, and I haven't gone into a whole bunch yet today, but I did manage to clean up the excavator. I didn't get too carried away, but I like to try to stay on top of it. You know, what I'll do, I'll clean the tracks down at the Woodyard, come up here, spray it all off, and then I wipe down, you know, clean up the big globs of grease. I don't get them all, but like I said, I just try to stay ahead of it. And I gave it a quick wash there. It looks pretty good. Next up, I need to grease it, and it will be ready to go again. Oh boy, that's not good. I just opened the hood up here, and I saw a mouse in here. And I don't know where he went. I'm going to open up all the panels and fire it up. I can't believe there's one in here. I run this all the time. Yesterday, I ran this for probably 4 hours just splitting wood with it. I can't believe there's a mouse in here. All right, I got the mouse out of there. I saw him once again, and the machine was running, and I hit him with the leaf blower. I blew him right out, and he went running across the yard. I don't think I've ever used poison for mice, but I may start. You know what I mean? Put a little bit in the engine compartment of the equipment. I mean, it's summertime right now. I don't know why one would be in there. I kind of get it in the fall and winter, but yeah, that could be a big problem. So far it's been a pretty nice, relaxing Saturday. Melissa's out running around picking up some groceries and a few other things. The hunt man is nice and chill. He's just listening to his music. On days like this, when it's just him and I here, I usually find something that I can do up here by the house, kind of keep my eye on him, and then if he wants to go somewhere, we may run out the sheets here in a bit. But I've been reading some comments, and I didn't even know this until I looked into it, but it appears that Trump is coming back to Butler, Pennsylvania. Now, I don't know if it's going to be at the same place, the Butler Farm Show grounds. I'm not sure. People said that it's going to be an indoor rally, possibly. I don't know of anywhere in this county big enough, an indoor venue. There may be. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. If they have it back at the farm show, hopefully they make a bunch of changes with security. But boy, the more that comes out about that, it's just a disaster. Like a failure on every level. And when I say every level, local, state, and federal. You know, in my opinion, the Secret Service is ultimately in charge of that. But now, I don't know, man. So ABC News put out this timeline. I don't know how accurate it is, but it kind of makes sense with everything else I read. But it said on July 13th, this is on the day, 5:07, the suspected gunman appears to pace outside the rally. 5:08, second sniper team was seen setting up. I couldn't see them. There was a tent in front of me. That video that I did, there were some on a building like straight ahead of me and to the right, but the ones on the left I couldn't see there because there was a tent in front of me. But at 5:08 they set up. But at 5:10, the suspect was identified as a person of interest. At 5:30, suspected gunman spotted with a rangefinder. At 5:52, this is bad, Secret Service spots the suspected gunman on the roof at 5:52. At 6:05, Trump walks onto stage. 6:09, the sniper team point in direction of the gunman. I did see that from the ones that I could see. They were all focused on that side over there in that building. That was 2 minutes before everything went south. At 6:10, law enforcement can be seen looking for the suspect. And this is all going on while there's people yelling and pointing that there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. This is just a total epic failure. And at 6:11 is when gunfire erupts. But it was a big mess. Now, our local county where I live, that's where the rally was, the district attorney is defending his guys because either the state police or the district attorney is lying right now. I'm not sure which, but I think the guy from the state police is telling the truth. I have no idea, but he said there were 2 snipers from our local county in the building behind where the shooter was. And you've probably seen hundreds of images of this. Literally all you would have had done was kind of look out the window, and that guy was probably 50 feet from him, you know, crawling up the roof. But it appears that they left their post to go look for him. That's what the state police are saying. and the district attorney is saying only one of them left, and then he came back, and they both fulfilled their duties, which they didn't. I mean, that roof that guy was on was right in front of them. Now, if they were back in the building, you might not have been able to see him, but literally no one was watching that roof. All you would have had to do is look out the window like this, and you would have seen him. And but yeah, now they're lying about each other, and the feds aren't. I watched part of those hearings. They just dance around everything. Some of the questions that they asked, I literally knew the answer to, like from multiple verified sources. And at the hearing, they're saying they didn't know. They'd get back to them and all that. So hopefully, if they have another outdoor rally, they'll have better security. I'm sure they will. I don't know. After that happened, as most of you know, I was at the Trump rally that night. I had a roller coaster of emotions the following week. At first, I thought maybe it's just total incompetence. You know what I mean? Sometimes, usually, it's the most obvious answer is the one that's true. So I thought maybe it's just total incompetence. I mean, what does the government do well? You know what I mean? I'm sure there are a few things. I can't think of any off the top of my head. And the Secret Service is part of the government. So I thought maybe it's just total incompetence. But then throughout the week, I'm reading other stuff, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. But I do think the truth will come out, because I don't think there's just too many cell phones. There's people on YouTube right now that are doing fantastic investigations with listening to the timing of all the gunfire and the reports of it, and they're putting a lot of neat stuff out there, way more than we have heard. That's the other thing. It's weird. Whenever there's a major incident, it always seemed to be like updates, a press conference every day to go over what new information they have. They haven't done that yet. The only thing we're hearing from the government is because of the hearings in the House, and that isn't much. But there's been no updates really from the government. They just have to pry everything out of them. And I must say, the Pittsburgh News, WTAE, CBS, maybe WPXI, they've all done a pretty good job getting some answers from people. They really have. I was kind of surprised, but I don't know what will happen. So we'll see. I don't know when the next rally is going to be. There's been no announcement of it, except Trump said that he's coming back to Butler. It'll probably be sooner than later, but we'll just have to see where they have it at and if it's indoors or outdoors, and we'll see how this all shakes out. But yeah, our county, they put themselves on the map for not very good reason. You know what I mean? And it's not looking good for them. I doubt anything will happen, though. No one will get fired or no one will resign or anything like that. But it would be so easy to figure this all out. You know what I mean? If you just said everybody that was there that day has to report on this day at that time, and everyone go to where you were when it happened or before, and just walk them through it. And there's going to be guys covering their own butts if somebody else is lying. You know what I mean? And just walk through what happened that day, where everybody was stationed, and how it all went down. And you could have figured it all out in a day or two. Easy. But they won't do that. But anyway, next up, I am going to grease the excavator up. And then here in a little bit, when Melissa gets back, we have to get down to my sister's place and do some digging. I'll show you what we got going on down there. So Melissa made it back. What's new? Anything?
It's hot out. It's a hot one.
It is a hot one.
Slept in the tent with my grandkids and Levi, Kate, and my dad last night.
I was surprised. You didn't come in till like 7 this morning.
I had an air mattress. It was nice. It was kind of cool last night. And I forgot my sleeping bag, so I had a thin blanket, but it worked. It was fun. I like camping out. You don't like doing that, huh, Mike?
It's kind of weird. I don't mind camping, but I'm outside all the time. I don't like
being outside to sleep.
Or eating outdoors.
That's right. Don't ever take Mike Morgan to a restaurant and the hostess says, would you like to sit inside or outside on our patio? Don't ever say outside on the patio.
No. Huh. Eva, what's new in your world?
Eva did not sleep out with us until
I did not. I won't sleep outside when I can sleep in my bed. But I made a video.
Yeah, so you're going to see this video on Sunday at 8 a.m. and you just published yours at 7
Right
a.m.
before that, yeah.
What's it about, Eva?
It's a day in my life video, so it's like a little vlog. Took you guys around for my day.
All right.
Maybe I'll do some more of those.
All right, good. So yeah, I'll put a link to Eva's video in the description and a pinned comment. You can check that out.
Axel's here.
And here's Axel. You can tell it's hot from the panting.
You could probably hear him the whole time.
Actually, he just pants. He's a panting dog.
He is a panter.
I don't have many, and the ones I've had in the past were not panters. Axel's a panter.
He is. Works hard, breathes hard. Plays hard.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to run down to my sister's and move some dirt.
All right.
All right, I'm heading down over the hill to my sister's place. Going to get this dirty after I just spent a couple hours cleaning it up. That's all right, though. Like I said, you got to stay on top of it. Can't get behind. All right, so what I'm doing here is this. Nephew Christian is gonna move his chicken coop over here. Actually, a new coop is going over here in a run, and I'm just taking some dirt out of here. I came down here the night before last and moved a bunch of dirt with the skid loader, and I wanted to bring the excavator down just to kind of pull down that slope because it was getting too high to reach with the skid loader and too steep to run up it. So I got that looking pretty decent. I got a big pile of dirt over there that we're going to use on the other side to make some more fill, but I think I'm ready to take the excavator back and bring the skid loader down and clean up all this and just keep working that around. I've got about 120 hours on the new excavator. A little dusty already since I came down here, but the good news is no scratches on it yet, and that's saying something because I've done a lot of tree work with that since I got it. So I am on my way down with the skid loader, and I just saw a dandy of a buck. He crossed right in front of me. I mean, I was back about 50 feet, but he went right by this massive oak tree here. I did get a little video of him with my phone. He was the whole way across that valley there, but Real nice buck for around here. That may be the same one that nephew Christian sent me a picture of about a week or so ago. All right, I think they are ready for the new chicken coop. Looks pretty good. It didn't take long at all. I probably only have about, I don't know, 4 hours in this total. I'll show you the pile of dirt down here. This is what I got out of there. Now I have to move it twice because they're gonna move the old chicken run over there, and we'll clean up that area and widen out the parking area with all this dirt right here. So the first step was to get that all done. New chicken coop, new chicken run over close to the bank, but not real close. And then we'll use all this dirt to widen out the whole parking area. Like a big circle turnaround up there. Come down this side. Yeah, there's more dirt there than what I thought. But we'll be able to use it up. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.